Hello, my name is Anna and you are watching The Well-Appointed Mystic. This is just a quick little video. I kind of had an idea recently regarding the Botanical Dreams Oracle. I absolutely love Katrin Weltstein's artwork. I love her Tarot of Mystical Moments. It's one of my favorite tarot decks. I use it all the time. It is one of the most perfect decks. I mean, yes, there are a few things that I'm not crazy about, certain cards or whatever, but they provided a lot of additional cards so that you could swap things out. It's just a great, my issues with that deck really have to do with the card stock and the shiny paper stock and the very rough foily edges that they did on the deck. They're beautiful, but they hurt like a mofo and the cards are ginormous. All of that aside, the thing that has made me the most crazy is that both of the Oracle decks that have been made using Katrin Weltstein's artwork, the Oracle of Mystical Moments, which was, I think, came out before the tarot deck, and the newest, which is this Botanical Dreams Oracle. My gripe with this one is that some of the cards, the words at the bottom, I'm going to move this guidebook out of the way, are things like, some are descriptive, like rise up, and some are not descriptive, like hibiscus, which, while I love a beautiful tropical flower, I don't know what they're trying to tell me without jumping into the guidebook, which with a deck like this is a little annoying for me. And so I was sitting here thinking, what if I were to just cut off these descriptions? I mean, this is a mass market deck. It's available through, who made this deck? US Games. So it's probably in the $20 range. So if I if I cut this deck up and wrote keywords on it for myself, I don't think it would be the end of the world. Like, I could definitely replace it if I decided that I was being foolish. But like, I look at this hibiscus card, and if I did not see this word and I was just looking at the image, what does it conjure up for me? And I think of the word bloom, like, this is your time to bloom. This is your time to sort of come out of your shell, embrace who you are, kind of a thing. So what if I were to change it to bloom, or just take these off completely and use them very intuitively? The same thing with this one. Forest bathing is an interesting word for me. But this is such an interesting image. It feels a little wintry. Is this like embrace the holidays? Is this, I think removing that keyword altogether might actually be a really good way to expand what this could potentially mean to me. The same thing with this rise up. Like, I'm not sure that that speaks to me. And this one, lavender bliss, like, if you take that off, this has a very like Four of Swords vibe to me. This is a rest. This is a lavender, like, I can tell it's lavender. That is very much a soothing herb. They put it on in baby powder to help babies, the potential that lavender will relax you and make you feel more at ease. So I'm like, there is definitely something here about like taking your personal ease, relaxing, resting, taking a moment for yourself. This one, I mean, the masks word is probably one I actually like and might consider leaving because it is interesting. But like this one that says manifestation, I don't know. So this was just an idea that I had, and please leave a note in the comments and let me know, have you worked with the Botanical Dreams Oracle? Have you dived into the guidebook with any frequency? Do you feel like what is described in the guidebook helps sort of make it make sense? Like this one with choices, again, this one the word I actually like, and I think it holds together. But like the ferryman, like, I think that is someone taking, like, I mean, this could, again, this goes back to that whole thing of like, is this sort of a, is this needing to move beyond something? Is this getting away? Is this a moon card? Like, is there some other way to interpret it? Like this one says blessings, but they're poppy flowers, and those I always think of as memory, of reminders of, you know, this could be like a, is it Six of Cups, like the sort of, you know, nostalgia, thinking about things from the past. Windflower doesn't mean anything to me. But I mean, this reflection is very interesting. And the snail shell on her lap is interesting. It almost looks like she's pregnant a little bit. I know that's maybe not the intention, but there is sort of that vibe. So it's like, is there some other way? So let me know what you guys think. I mean, is this something that you have experimented with other decks where you love the artwork, but maybe not the keywords, or vice versa? Like this one, like, Moonlight Reflections. I don't know. So, and maybe that's not possible. Maybe too many of these images are just pretty and don't really translate into potential oracle cards in any way. But I mean, like, this says illumination, but to me, this has a very fairy tale, fairy vibe. Green vibrations. Like, I want to love this deck so badly, but I think I'm going to have to burn the keywords. I think I am. The same thing with violets. Like, I know symbolically violets, they're not forget-me-nots, but have that sort of, like, I always think of the violet, Hallmark used to have a card that they sold for like 50 years that had a little cart full of violets. I think they still make it. But so that's always what I think of. So it's sort of like, you know, a way of remembering people. So maybe that's a remembrance or something. While this says tea party, because she's like popping out of a mushroom, like there, and it just feels a little more surreal. Like maybe there is more of a Alice in Wonderland kind of feel there. Wisdom works with the owl. But anyway, so I just thought I was going to, like, this does not look like a warrior image to me. Like, she looks like she's dancing. This boundaries one works. So I don't know. Desert dreams, like, that doesn't really mean anything to me. But symbolically, you know, like the aloe is healing the nighttime. So I would love to hear your all take. So please let me know if this is a deck that you use, if you like the keywords, if I'm overthinking this a little bit, which is entirely possible. But I would like to use this deck more than I do. But I don't know. The keywords hang me up in the same way that I think I've always felt about the Oracle of Mystical Moments. And if you would like me to walk through that one too, maybe this is an experiment that I do with both decks and I remove the keywords from both of them. And I am not above that. I have done this with other decks in the past. So let me know if you would like to see what happens if I remove these keywords and write my own. Please let me know in the comments. And yeah, again, like I said, please let me know if you use this deck and if you find the keywords and the guidebook useful to you. Maybe I'm just being a baby about it. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to talking to you again soon.